This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. So from last 6 years, I'm into RPA automation. I have worked on multiple RPA tools, be it UiPath or process process robot, which is now or Softomotive, which is now the Microsoft Microsoft's tool, right? And or let it be Blue Prism. I hold multiple certifications, not only in RPA but overall as an enterprise architect in enterprise architectures and in other tools like UiPath or Blue Prism or AWS. Okay, so I have done many different things. So I started initially. I would like to narrate a small story which will tell you my relevance, how my journey started with RPA. So I started initially with legacy technologies like mainframes or tandem systems, which are there in the market since 1980s. And In 2016, I joined a product-based company where there was a requirement to automate mainframe testing. So at that time I found HPQA, which was only supporting mainframe automation. So I worked with the tool and with guidance from expert with uh, in-house developed framework. I automated mainframe testing with HPQA. So we demonstrated the same to the customer, and at that time in 2016, RPA was very new. So customer liked it and they suggested if you can automate the same with RPA UiPath, because UiPath support mainframe automation. So that's how my journey started with RPA, and that's how I automated it in UiPath, and that's how I progress further. So the point I want to make here is, for learning anything new, you should have a can-do attitude, you should have right mindset, and you should have discipline. Okay, so these three things are very important. Otherwise, it is just the investment which you are making, that's pointless, right? So I had all of these things, and hence I was able to convert myself completely. I was able to make a switch from one company to other, and but today I am working as an automation architect. So the next question you might ask, that why I choose RPA. So yes, this question. So like for a couple of you, I ask in the starting that why you want to automate with UiPath, or why you want to go with UiPath. So even customer also asks this question. So this is an important question. So the answer is very simple, right? So RPA or UiPath, it's easiest way to digitally transform an enterprise. It's a technology which is easy to learn and which in a lot of demand. That's the reason we have chosen UiPath for automation. So any questions till now? Are we good?
No questions. Carry on.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So the agenda for today's session is RPA versus other automations. So different automations we have in the industry, how RPA compare, how can we compare RPA to others, right? Then advantage and disadvantages, we will see what is the future of RPA, why we should go for RPA. So I have given you one reason, but there are multiple other reasons that we will see. And then in RPA also there are 20 plus tools. So I will show you Gartner's quadrant, and in that I will share that where UiPath stands and why you should learn UiPath. Then there is another buzzword like intelligent process automation. So what is that? We will discuss that, and then we will discuss on some of the use cases of RPA and a bot demo of UiPath. Okay, so let's start. So yes, at the end of the session, you will have answers to all of these questions. So what is automation? So if we have to define automation, anything which you are doing which saves manual effort of employees. So automation started from industrial automation, where there are physical robots, or robotic hand or robotic machine for doing the stuff. But in software terms, we talk about automation as a software automation, right? So here, whatever you are doing by using keyboard and mouse, to automate that, we have tools like UiPath is one tool which can automate anything which you are doing on your machine. Okay, so here opens a wider spectrum, a wider umbrella, where let it be SAP, Java, .NET, let it be any database, Excel, any spreadsheet, Word or PPT, but we can automate it by using RPA or by using UiPath, right? So that is the automation we are talking about. So automation is not new. We have test automation, we have script based automation, we have release automation, and finally the topic for today, RPA. So how does this compares? So in traditional automation, you have to do, you need to understand macro, you need to you have to do shell scripting, you need to know coding languages, you need to know commands, right, for doing the automation. You have screen scraping tools, but they were not very stable. You have workflow systems, but it was not supporting all of the applications. But whereas in scriptless automation, we have just a minute, guys, huh? I'm getting a ping. Okay, so sorry guys, in a weekend also, I sometimes gets ping from my office. So let's move on to this script. Let's see RPA versus scripted automation. So in RPA, you don't need to have any high-end coding language knowledge. Absolutely, I don't know Python, I don't know .NET, I don't know Java. Okay, but still I can automate my workflow because it's a drag and drop. And yeah, you need to have you need to have the you need to know the syntax. You need to have knowledge about the functions, how the function works and all, but you don't need to have high-end coding language knowledge. It supports all application. I already discussed thick as well as thin client. If your application is based out of remote machines, still you can automate it with RPA. It has that ability, and all digital cognitive capabilities, be it a chatbot, be it API related automation, be it OS related task, be it WhatsApp, automating WhatsApp, automating CAPTCHA. All of those things can be automated by using RPA. So yes, this is the definition of RPA. It's basically mimicking a human user, as I told you previously. Guys, if you have any question, you can feel free to interrupt me at any point in time. Okay, I'm absolutely fine for that. So why RPA? It interact with multiple application, right? It's non-invasive technology, so you don't need to have uh, make any changes to your existing infrastructure. Without that, also you can automate. Quick development, quick adaptation, and then uh, every footprint of the robot can be tracked. You can track the reports wherever the robot clicks, wherever it performs any kind of automation, you can easily track that. So uh, that is the power of that is the power of RPA. Hi Arvind.
Hello.
Yeah, Arvind, we have started with the RPA demo. Okay.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So we will discuss some of these things, and then if you guys have any questions, we will discuss on that. From tomorrow, we will start with our regular class. So yes, so with this, I will quickly show you the UiPath tool. I will show you the demo so that it will give you an idea of how the automation works. And yes, so if you guys have if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. So let me share my screen. Yeah. So here if you see, this is UiPath tool. So I hope you can, yeah, you can see my screen. And here in the debug mode, we can click and we can run the complete automation. And let me introduce you to the project. Why what this project is all about. So here if you see, this is the order application. So in order application, we enter user ID and password, and there we create the orders. So we go on to order page, then we enter option 1 to create the new order, fill in all the required data, and then click on submit. An order has been created. So imagine thousands of order getting generated every day, data from multiple applications, be it Java based application or on a web, someone is hitting a product, or data coming from API. So imagine how much intensity of data it is there. And if there are human user doing it, there is a chance of error being done, mistake being done in the work. So the same thing we can do by UiPath robot. So don't worry about how it will get automated and how you can see just understand how the robot does this operation. So I will click here. This is a studio mode. So here you can see the bot entering credentials, and then order is getting created. Option 1 has been selected, and entry has been done. an order has been created. It will go on for creating more orders, but in the interest of time, I will stop this bot and yeah, I will uh, try to see if you guys understood the concept of how UiPath automate the application or what RPA automation is. Yogi, Venki, am I able to add something
Mm.
to what you already know?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will just walk you guys through the a few more sliders, and then we are done for the day. But again, I want to keep the session interactive. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask the questions.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah. So here, are we losing job to the virtual agent? This is the common question people ask. But yes, new jobs will be created, and the monotonous work, which is error prone, that will get automated by bot. Then what is the scope? Yeah, so RPA has used round of scope. We have discussed this limitation. So here I would like to spend some time. Limitation of RPA is working speed is limited to some applications, tasks that require judgment and creativity, human judgment and creativity that cannot be automated. So here comes the next phase of RPA automation, which is intelligent process automation, which is RPA plus AI. So all the machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, right? Which is there is a pre-built model, or you can create a model and automate the task which can be done by human. So all of those places, so like here I'm talking about the cognitive RPA use cases to make prediction, to make classification. So let's say you have to predict the future value of stock, or you have to make classification, you have to cluster, yeah, by using clustering you can understand the fraud detection. So if the transaction is fraudulent or it's a genuine transaction. Image grouping based on pattern, which is, so let's say people who buy product X, they definitely buy product Y. So that's cognitive automation. That's the next phase of RPA automation. So this is Gartner magic quadrant, which talks about so here you can see UiPath is a leader, and that's the reason we are learning UiPath. UiPath has thousands of customers, and the scope is very huge. So there are lots of openings in UiPath, and it's easy to learn tool. So that is the way we go for UiPath. So that's it I have for the today's session. Venki, any question from your side?
Yeah. Actually, in the RPA, total codeless courses,
Mm-hmm.
coding less.
Total?
I mean, uh,
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
required any coding.
No, no, no. You don't need to do coding. So here you can see. Uh, just a minute. Let me share my screen completely with you. Arvind, I will come back to you. If you if you don't have any question, Arvind, you can drop off, and we can continue from tomorrow.
Okay, okay. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, Venki, can you see my
Yeah.
screen? Yeah, so here
Yeah.
you see for reading Excel
Yeah.
we have activity. For navigating to order screen we have activity. For opening application we have activity. So you don't need to do anything. There are pre-built activities which you can use for performing any of the automation. And again, there are recorders also present which can record. So once you are doing it manually, they record and they simulate the workflow.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yes. The opportunities in all software companies are the opportunities.
So, sorry, what was the question?
If after completion the course, uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, getting jobs in software companies only.
Yeah. Software company. So, the are you talking about the scope we have for RPA job opportunities?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So there are huge round of job opportunity in any company wherever you are working. RPA is there. So let it be a software service-based company, TCS, Cogni, Infi, or any other service-based company, product-based company. So you have RPA. So if you say so, may I know in which company you are currently working?
Present I'm not anywhere working.
Okay. So there are huge round of opportunities for RPA. So there
Okay.
is no dearth of the job. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Any other question?
Yeah. Okay. My